Welcome back, YouTube. 2 UK. Fucking storm. Is it Kira? It's lashing down at the minute. So yeah, apologies if you can hear the rain, you get the wind going. It's actually not too cold, but yeah, it's a video. We've got some shit to go through. We've got events, we've got CX, we've got a bit of eBay, we've got some markets, we've got a gift that I've had for a couple of weeks now. Crikey O'Reilly. Oh, we're all well. We're all keeping well anyway, and all your roofs are still intact after today. Sunday today. It's the 9th of February. Oh dear. Yeah, right old mixture here. Nothing, let's say nothing, I was going to say not a massive amount of stuff, but some nice bits, you know, that kind of where my collection's going of late now, because there's not a great deal. And I'm collecting for per se, there's no sets or anything like that. People keep asking me, what's the next one? There's no next one. It's just, you know, picking choice games up for different systems, maybe a few upgrades, yada yada yada, that kind of stuff. There's no driving force. Maybe ever, who knows? I'm not, you know, never say never, as they say. But anyway, so yeah, some CEX. I was going to say, yeah, eBay. A couple of bits off a Facebook group, and then some events that I've been to the last couple of weeks actually. But first up, we have a box from my good mate Dana. I didn't even know this was coming. I opened it up and I saw one thing at the bottom, and that's when I knew who it's from. So I said, I'll unbox the rest. I don't really know what's in here, except for one thing that I did see. So I've got plenty of carrier bags anyway. I'll take them to Doncaster. You can always do with a couple of carrier bags. Everyone's always asking for carrier bags. Ooh, no, I'll have a rant about that after yesterday. Again, I'll come to that later. I don't. Here we go, look. It's a couple of weird parcel things. Oh, I know what he's done. Right, okay. I got this one. Right, so, God, this is going back. Blackpool last year, Dana had showed off, I think in one of his videos. I'm not sure if he said he's already got this. Can't remember. And I said, look, I'll have that off you. We'll do a trade. And I give him a load of PlayStation 1 wrestling games and stuff like that. A load of games that he's after. Turns out actually they're worth a bit of money. WCW Thunder and NWO and stuff. I didn't, just wrestling games, just pulled them off the shelf, so I'm not keeping them. Anyway, long story short, we arranged this, like I say, going back to Blackpool now. And one thing led to another, and he left it in his bag. But it is the Majora's Mask sort of guide. Now, like I say, we've done a couple of events last couple of weeks, and the garage has been a fucking, like a bomb site had gone off. I didn't even put the Christmas decorations away properly. It all just been kind of stacked in there, not really organised. And obviously we've got Doncaster coming up the 1st of March and stuff, and we had a break in the weather early last week where it was cold, but it weren't raining and stuff. So literally started to organise the garage, finding boxes of stuff that I even forgot I had. And then one of them is a guide to Majora's Mask. This one, I'm not sure if it's the same one. I'm not sure if it's a Prima one. I can't remember. I'll have to dig it out. It's in a box there somewhere. But nonetheless, many thanks to Dana. And then there's these two parcels here, which one is ripped, so I do know what it is. So Danester, with no numbers, he's taking YouTube seriously this year. Oh shit! It's not what I thought. Oh, okay. It's not what I thought it was. So he's sent me what looks to be a wired. Is it a third-party job? Yes, a Hori switch wired controller. Thanks, man. Honestly, I didn't. When I saw the other bag, I just thought that this. So two of these and I could see what was in this one, and I just thought this one was the other bits to it. Oh mate, that's wicked. Yeah, because I was talking in my last video, Mario Party Switch, the bloody Joy-Con, oh, terrible man, honestly terrible. And I know that Dana had picked up, I think he showed it in his video, a Splatoon control, so maybe he had this as well or something, I don't know. But that's alright man, that's a hoary one, that's good. And it's wired, there's no charging. God, if I ever play the Switch ever again, which is not likely, let's be honest, we'll be alright. So, and I've got a nice envelope. You can never have enough bubble wrap envelopes. We'll keep that bastard. And then in the other one, which obviously I did realise what it was, so going back to what I was saying, so this year, Danester, he's actually taking YouTube seriously. I think he's got the right setup now. He's got his Apple Mac and stuff like that, which, you know, is conducive of making decent videos. It does help. Like I said, when this room was a shit tip, the whole ball ache of having to move stuff and set it up, you're like, I can't be fucking bothered. It's just too much like hard work. Again, this is all the Lego's gone out of here. It's back in the garage, etc. So anyway, so Dana's been taking it really seriously, and obviously as part of his serious push for YouTube stardom, he's going to be a professional YouTuber. That's what he told us. He's going to start Patreon up. He's going to buy me a fucking coffee, payformemortgage.com. All them, you know, all them begging sites. No, I'm not going there. But no, it's part of him sort of, I don't know, I'm joking, tongue-in-cheek, taking it seriously. He's always took it seriously, but he's bought himself a new microphone, and he did say in one of the groups, is anyone interested in my old one? And I sort of said, I'd say yes, but I'd probably never use it, and that was me being honest. But he's very kindly sent me like this blue snowball. Yeah, so if I ever do any sort of other videos where it's just voice, I don't really do much. I used to do them for the old tutorials. It might do, yeah, but it might come in useful, might come in handy at some point. But really, many thanks for that, Dane. Honestly, mate, you didn't have to. I think we're pretty much even in terms of any sort of potential offset of trade that's there with them couple of bits. Yeah, amazing. I've been sat on them for about, it might even be 3 weeks. I think he sent me that box to make me make a video, and I didn't bother. But in all fairness, it would have been a short video. Right. So that's the sort of gift parcel that way. I've got one charity shop thing as well. We're doing a charity shop thing. There's a couple that obviously I frequent, and one or two of them have changed hands, like as in the managers, quite a few times. So it's hard to build up a rapport because they just keep chopping and changing. And one of the ones that used to be quite good, you know, in terms of like keeping stuff back and whatnot. When it changed, the woman just was not interested, not having a fucking jar of it. It's since changed again, and I'm kind of getting back in there with the new manageress rather. But she won't sort of let me into the back. But her assistant, so the manageress was off, and her assistant was in charge. And I get on better with her, definitely. She's far more amenable, and I did say this to her, like tongue-in-cheek sort of thing. And so I said I got in one day. She said, "Come back here." She was having this massive clear out, like 5 DVDs for £1. Yeah, five for £1, like DVDs and gate, whatever it was. And obviously there was this box that was out the back that wasn't in the front. And went through it, and I picked a load of games, but probably, you know, taking a punt. Some of them were 360 stuff. It turns out one of them was like, is it Tony Hawk's Project 8, something like that. So I've got a load, like 4 of them went to CEX for trade, which ends up being worked out quite well, like, you know, fucking 25p each. But this one I did keep, Asterix at the Olympics. I have checked, I don't have this one. I've got the Asterix and Obelix Triple XL. And again, check on CEX. This one is about 10 quid. But yeah, I'll pop that in there. I'm guessing it's kind of like a track and field set in the Asterix world. What did I see on this? Oh no, it's Blink video. Can't remember what I was looking at now. Oh yeah, this. I don't know if it's based on the any movie there. Can you see that? I don't know. Was there an Asterix sort of live action movie? Fucking, I don't know. But yeah, what, 25p, or well, not even that, like 20p. 20p. Chuck that in. I'm not talking about PS2 games, not yet anyway. That's reduced CX, not yet though. Off of eBay. Off of eBay. I'm still 2 Mean Machines short. Well, I say 2. Technically, it's 1, but one of them that I had got ain't in the best condition, so I'm still not counting that. So I'm always on the lookout for the Mean Machines. Still need the first complete guide to CVG consoles, which is, I think, it's a yellow one that's got Super Ghouls and Ghosts on it. If anyone's got that and they want to get rid of it, I know Paul Griffo's got a copy of that, and I think I've got the one that he needs. But yeah, if anyone's got the first edition of the complete guide to CVG, I'm sure it's yellow. Still on the lookout for that. Still looking out for the Mean Machines. Still got an eye on S Magazine or S Power, which is the first run of Sega Power before it came Sega Power. It was called S Magazine, and I still grab the CVGs, the old CVGs that that Craig Minks robbed the whole fucking lot from at Nottingham. Never let him live that down. Anyway, talking about old magazines and sort of compilation guides, etc. This one from CVG again is the Sega complete sort of guide. Mean Machines did one of these as well. It's weird because I never did any Nintendo ones of these. I not even looked at this, to be honest. But this was on offer. What did the guy want? It was something like, I think it ended up being like 13 quid. And I basically did an offer, so with postage you come out at a tenner, and he accepted it. And then there was one that came up a day later that went to bids, and it went for like 20 quid. So I ended up doing really well on this. Again, I think it's just excerpts from. So for those that don't know, see, Mean Machine started off as a section within. I've told you this before. Started off as a section within computer video games, because obviously it was just computers and video games, and obviously they self-titled a lot of the consoles as Mean Machines, and henceforth the separate magazines sprang forward. So these are just the excerpts, from all of those issues compiled into a single magazine. It's quite interesting to read back at some of them. There's a Master System guide here, some more tips and stuff. Yeah, so there actually is a Mean Machine Sega one. Golden Axe. There you go. I was talking to Big Mike about this. That's a Master System one. Gynog. Great shooter. So anyway, yeah. Another magazine that was, sit on the shelf. Something not even, won't even be on the shelf. Go in a big pile somewhere. In a couple of thousand years time, might turn into a diamond. I'll do something with them eventually, once and if I ever get a proper games room. How many years was you saying that for, Stu? Not good too many. Facebook. Some Facebook buys off Retro Realm. Did end up getting quite a good deal on these, to be honest. One's not 100% complete, but the price I paid, I ain't gonna argue. So, but first up, jockey is this one that I nearly bought at Play Blackpool until Holster pointed out to me. He said, "Stu, you do know that's not in German, you dozy twat." No, I don't, Holly, but thanks anyway. So that went back on his shelf. But again, I think I didn't pay much more because it was a good price, but obviously because it was like French or whatever. I think it was like 22 quid for both of these posted. Ridiculous, like £11 each. It's fucking stupid. There's Chronicles of the Sword anyway. So this is the Eddie Rollercore fucking influencer fix. These double case games. Subset. Eddie Ventura Subset Rollercore. It is a 2-disc job. You can see that there. It's complete, got the manual and stuff. I think the outer case needs a bit of a clean. It's got like some imprint of an old disc. Fucking rain. You can't see it. You can there. Look, see the circle there and there. Trying to fucking do a video, you bastards. No idea what this is about. Take a solemn oath to serve the king, god and country on a valiant journey from Camelot. Oh, so it's based on the Arthurian legends. Hence the sword. Excalibur, no doubt. But yeah. Gone dark now. Go dark. The pick of the bunch, they say it is missing one piece. I didn't ask him if it had this in there because I didn't want him to cotton on, because I think the guy who got me, he looked a little bit of just a buy on a seller. He like put a picture up sort of saying second great PS1 fucking bastard pickup in the same amount of weeks. So he looks like he just goes and buys lots and then breaks up and sells them. So I didn't want, all I said was, are they complete? And he said yes. So I hedged my bets and I lost on this one, but not quite lost, but you know, it could have been a right fucking bargain. Anyway, Mickey's Wild Adventure. So this is one of those titles as well that's platinum and has a single disc release. Fight the weather. There is everything there. So this is meant to come with an audio disc. So this case has been swapped out. On the front now, I'm sure it says something like Mickey Unwrapped or audio, whatever. So the case has been swapped. Because I think if in the original case, that would be a blanking plate. See, even with the best intentions to make a video, the gods, Thor himself, has deemed it not worthy. Just telling me not to. It's going really dark. If the fucking roof comes off this now live, crikey, it's going to be thunder and lightning, isn't there? Like Blair Witch Project, help me! Till the games come tumbling down and crush me to death. Right. Shall we roll with CEX? Been a while with the sexual healing. Back in the room. Right. God, my Jesus Christ, it's going to get thunder and lightning. See me shit myself in a minute. Sticking with the double case games. I took a punt on this, I had to order it twice. First one, the case was smashed anyway, but it had no manual. And it's Galarians. So a bit of an RPG, 3-discer. Copy. This one is in complete, nice condition. I hope you can hear me on this. I ain't shooting this video again. Got all discs there. I'm sure there's a sequel on the PS2. I think I've got it. I'm sure it's called Galarian's Ash. But I could be wrong. 20 quid box from CEX. That's fine. Yeah, I do that all day long. But what I did cock up, because I basically paid the voucher, so I ordered another game, went back, and this at the same time with a voucher. And so the voucher one turns up, and that was one that was smashed and had no manual. It was a shit condition. So while I still had that one, I ordered another one, but paid like cash, like PayPal cash, and it came back. But when I've took them both back to return, I can't remember what the other one was. The other one was absolutely shattered. It had no insert, it just had a manual. What he's done is looked at the first game, and because they're on the same order, he's just basically refunded me my voucher, whereas in the box of the return one I put in the cash payment one. But it's 20 quid, and you know what, I bought some outs with it anyway, so it's not like a big deal. Yeah. it's just 20 quid I've spent. This is about the going rate. Tin at the shows is about 20 quid. So, be no different really. Now this one turned up till Friday, I think. Was it? Yeah, it's Friday. Never seen it on here. I think I told you like this before. We'll have a look on CEX, especially like against the PS1 title. Anything that's a bit quirky, that not, you know, it's not the run-of-the-mill type of things, I'll have a fucking punt on it. I'll do a quick hop over to eBay, have a look there, make sure the price isn't stupidly, you know, expensive, or it might be a fucking bargain. And then maybe even just drop it into Google just to have a look at the kind of game it is. And I think this is something like 6 quid, I think. There was a sticker on the front, there's a sticker on the back. I'm probably going to leave that one because it's only on the barcode. And it is Speedster. Never heard of it. It's quite an early release. There you go, 575. I mean, the graphics don't really do, you know, don't really put it in a great light, but one or two. What the fuck up? One or two player head-to-head top-down racing. 3 challenge mode, 8 diverse racetracks, 16 friended vehicles. So it's kind of like a Micro Machines. I don't know if you can see it. It must do cutscenes, you know, like these Polo 3D stuff. That doesn't look that good. You can tell that's an early one, but it's in fantastic condition. There we go. Got a bit brighter now. Look, fucking weather. Yeah, I had a big dirty like rental sticker underneath that. I've got to take that off actually. That's just a show I did buy it from CEX, by the way. No, it doesn't say. It's not a price one. It's just like a. That's why I shouldn't. Like your nails, kids. There you go. Oh, that's what I meant to say on this one as well. Thought it was quite interesting. It is a Psygnosis title. I don't know what that one fucking says. Oh, my eyes, man, they're fucked. I can't read what the next thing next to it is. Oh, Jesus, Stu. I can't read it. Can't read it. Oh, I might be able to read it off the disc. Clockwork Games. Fuck me, I couldn't read what that said. There, underneath that, I couldn't read what that said. I'm better read it now because it's fucking zoomed in. It says Clockwork Games. I had to read it off the disc. I'm going to just about read it off the disc. That actually looks quite interesting. Top-down racer, 2-player, split screen as well. Remember that. But yeah, it looks like it's come from Tamworth, Lichfield. But I might just. I mean, I could take it off of the same label remover because it had like a rental sticker across there, exact same style as that. I might take it off with a bit of label remover. I don't know yet. I'm not too fussed about stuff on barcodes. You know, like if you get the fucking marker pen that's scrawled all over it, don't really fuss me too much. As long as it's not on the artwork and whatnot. Barcode, take it or leave it. Hopefully that fucking weather's abated a little bit now. You can still hear me. Can you hear me, mother? Right, bit of events, markets. Oh man. Man, I meant no football today. They've all been cancelled. Well, one of them's been cancelled. I'm not sure about the other one. I ain't checked that yet. My old mate Retro and Steve always keeps me up to date. Especially last week. Appreciate that, mate. So, what are we on now? We're on the 9th. So on the 1st of Feb, the Saturday 1st of Feb, we went to Leeds Retro Games Fair. Not been to Leeds for a couple of years. I think the last one we went to was at the university. I think they call that Super Fair. And I think they were left wanting a little bit. I mean, the Leeds market, Steve's been running these now. Fucking, man, I've heard like the town hall. I didn't go to the first one, I went to the ones after that. She's talking a good, what, 8 years ago maybe? But Dana got bored. He was bored. Well, he knew he was going to be bored one weekend. So I think it was the Friday. It was really late, really last minute. And he messaged me sort of saying, "Oh, are you going to Leeds tomorrow?" And I was like, "Not really, not unless Rob's going." Because I'm not sure if Dana had been speaking to Rob, you see. Because I had no plans. But he sort of said, "Well, I've not asked him. I'm just seeing if you want to go." I said, well, "I might be up for going." Just see, because obviously where I live, then Rob lives, and then Lewis lives, it's kind of like literally as you're going up towards Leeds anyway. So within a couple of hours, we'd sort of cobbled together a little crack squad of tubers, although Rob's technically not a tuber, which he should be. Yeah, and we had a bit of a day out, essentially. And Dana very kindly drove. I think he wanted to be out the house. I can't remember what for now. Something about his missus annoying him. So we had a day out at Leeds. Obviously, Dana hadn't been to Marriott before, and neither had Rob. Rob's been, because we stalled out at the university one in the past. And obviously, Lewis, like me, he'd been, you know, old hat to it all. But it was nice, I think, for them two guys to not drive and they can enjoy it. Which basically is what it turned out being. It was like buy a few games and then, you know, sink a good couple of pints. And it was great. It was just such a chilled day. It was a nice day out, and like I say, many thanks to Danny for driving. You know, early-ish start. Steve Smith really kindly got us a bit of early access. Some great footage from Dana. I didn't really see the point of all of us filming, because Dana's got his little GoPro. I told you, do not take all fucking seriously, man. Fucking, that's it, man. You know, next PewDiePie is that the guy in it, the famous? I don't know. So yeah, there's no point in all of us doing it essentially, because he's got his GoPro. And that's, again, links down below to Dana's sort of early access video, if you like. And, a lot of familiar faces now, you know, because I've been knocking about these retro events and scenes now for fucking probably far too long. So I don't know a lot of the guys. But you know, again, nice to say hello to people, see how they're getting on. And there's obviously some people there that stall out at Leeds that don't do any other events, and it's nice again to see those people. Yeah, because it can get a bit samey when you see the same people's the same stalls, and it's nice to have that cross section of people in terms of different items. Pretty much similar setup. I'm not sure if he had an extra room this time. I think he'd put more arcades in one of them, so the little side rooms. There was one more that had a few more stalls in it. I think last time it was just machines and like some systems to play. I could be wrong, but you know, for the size of it, you know, enough stalls were there. Let's put it that way. And I got some bits, got some more right bits. Spent probably way more money in the bar. Probably about the same, to be honest. But you know what? It was an absolute blast. Just chilling out with the lads, supping some beers, having the banter, taking the piss. Brilliant. You can't beat it. Yeah, it's nice to go and buy a few games, but you know, for a lot of us now, it's just about meeting up and meeting your mates, basically. So I did bump into, like I say, it was Dana, Rob, Lewis, Wishwash, and me. Dana drove, and then we met there. Eddie, Rollercore, Sean from Retro Games Revived, his daughter-in-law Jo, a guy who I now know is Griffo's Games. I didn't know who he was, you know. And I did sort of say to him, well, because I did realise when I checked, he'd subscribed to me, so clearly he's bored and he watches me, but just you should come and say hello. But anyway, that's by the by. I'll speak to him next time I see him. And people that didn't even go in the event, the TNT crew, so you got Russ, Lee, and Paul on the back wheel, and Chris and Gav, Retro Heads, actually showed the faces for probably, what, best part of a year, outside of Blackpool. So it was nice to see them. Little Gav's put his weight back on. Some of the conversations. Oh, it was just such a laugh. Honestly, it really was. But you're not here to listen to about me discussing, you know, the piss taking that ensued and whatnot. I'm not doing that. Apparently there was this time there was no rolling round wrestling with Russ and Gav though, which Lee was sorely disappointed by. But the games, that's what we come for to listen to. Right, so again, I go to these events now with very little, you know, a sort of target in mind now. It's more like, to see what's there, see what takes me fancy. I'm a butchers. I do tend to gravitate towards the sort of Japanese, like yeah, PC Engine and maybe a little bit of Saturn, the exclusives. But everything else is fair game. I did actually think it opened at 11, and it opened at 10. And there was a stall there that, I think these were the first games I bought actually. And there was a stall there that literally they turned up at fucking 10:30. Yeah, 10:30. But what to do? It's 9:30. They turned up at 9:30 thinking that it didn't open till 11 when really it opened at 10. So they were like fucking backs to the wall. So it's kind of like fresh meat, if you like. And I've seen a few of the lads around the table, you know, some of the salads and whatnot. So I had a nose over, and I got a couple of games. It ended up being like pretty good deals, you know, not like fucking 10 pence each or anything daft like that. You know, paying like money for them. But you know, on a format that I've not bought a game for a while actually, so it was quite nice. I did haggle him. I offered 30, I think, and he met me in the middle at 32. So I'm exactly what I'd do. So fair play. So the first one, and probably the least valuable one, if you want to call it that. I probably would have bought this anyway. They wanted 15. You had 15 quid on this. Maybe not. But off the back of Mr. Bad's Paul's video, it's top 9. Top 9, not top 10. Top 9 unreleased games. You're fucking treading on someone's toes there, boy. I saw it, I thought, and then he was talking about this game, and it was like quite well received on the SNES. I thought, you know what? Boom! Remember that? I'll have that. 15 quid, man. It obviously works out less than 15 quid. I mean, if you split the difference, but it's super putty. On the Super Nintendo, I've got some Nintendo. Yeah, the box has got a bit of a squishing. It's not like damage, it's just squished. So whack that into the old box protector. I think that'd be alright. I mean, I would give it an iron, but let's be honest, I ain't going to fucking do that, am I? And it might need a new tray. It does need a new tray. It's one of these, is it a built-in tray? No, it's just fucked. Yeah. So it's collapsed on that side. But it has got the old Man of the Well. Got to talk about Manuel. I complete tangent here. I started watching. Well, I watched the first season. Faulty Towers, fucking brilliant. Honestly, brilliant. And there's the cart. But do you know what? It always used to disappoint me that there was never a third. You know, they only ever did 2 seasons. And a lot of the episodes that I'm probably preaching to the converted here, but a lot of the episodes and the clips you see are always from the first season. I don't know if you guys watch, I'm sure you do, you've got Netflix and stuff. If you watch a series, when you roll over to a season, it doesn't tell you, it just rolls over. So obviously watching Faulty Towers, season 1 ends, I'm not aware of it. And I'm 2 episodes into season 2, and I'm just like, it's alright. I'm not laughing out loud as much as I was and stuff. And I think I paused it and go and get a drink or whatever. When I come back, I realised it was season 2. I still haven't watched it all. Maybe it gets better, but maybe that's why they stopped. I don't know. But fucking absolutely brilliant. British comedy at its best. Better. Talk about Manuel. Mr. Bad's inspired, super putty. We'll whack that into a box protector. Never to be seen again. Sit on the shelf. Fucking to UK. If you want to come and watch a channel that doesn't play any games and just hoards them, if that's your thing, you're in the right fucking place. One day I'll play them all at the same time. I'm building a museum here, you know. It belongs in a museum. So do you. Right, the second one I've got then, guys. It was weird because it was like 2 blokes doing all the work and then 1 bloke standing there. I just said to him, it's a uniform. I think they were local anyway. But this one they had priced up. Obviously Putty wasn't priced up. This is like a little creepy plastic bag. That's a Super Bomberman 2. 20 quid. Again, you know, it's a little bit, this is not as squished, to be honest. I've got a bit of a crease at the back, but otherwise quite nice condition. Say split difference, was that 15.50 or whatever. 16 quid each. Not too bad, is it? Actually, not much of a manual to that. It's quite thin, but yeah, all there and accounted for. I do hate these trays. And all the little bits, see them all like slide in. So you've got to sort of pop it out. To get it back in again. Pin it. And then lock it back in, look. Nintendo Y, and that's what it should look like. It'll just slide about again and fucking. Because what happens is, as the cart moves, it bumps up into that and knocks them back into the recess. Poor design. Then again, Nintendo, you know, outside of the DVD case stuff, the disc-based stuff from the Cube sort of thing. N64 for cats, always cardboard. You know, only learnt the lesson after the Cube. So yeah, two games, 32 quid. 32. Fucking play the bastards. Woo! Gone dark again now. I've got this, I've made a complete boo-boo. From my mate Richard Tewksbury, Retro Dirt. If you watch Eddie's video, Roller Core, it's where he got Magic Flying Hat Turbo Adventure from for 2 quid. Richard's a sound guy, you know, he has his little tubs called Retro. He usually does it mainly at Revival. He has like fucking literally like tables full of it. I picked this up because I thought, Jurassic Park, I'm not sure if I've got that. And he was just going to give it me. I said, look, I'll give you £1, Rich. And he was like, go on then, fine. So they make me feel better, but I've got it. I've got it anyway. So now I'll go to Doncaster. I'm sure that Jimmy's got that. 100% he's got it. I know, you know, there's no doubt about it. Right. Oh, to get an old man, the joints. The old joints. See this, so these are from what? Fucking hell. And one fucking day I decide to do a video. It has to be a fucking storm. As I was saying previously, the guy who, there's some guys that only stall out at Leeds, and you know, you don't see them anywhere else. So I've got these 2 games off a person, well actually the last 2 things from similar people that only stall out at Leeds. Recognise this guy because I'd bought Resident Evil GameCube chainsaw controller from him. Probably the last time I was at Leeds Marriott, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. He had some NES titles there, American ones, and some PAL stuff. There's one game that I should have bought, I think Dana sort of said it as well, it was Jaws. Should have bought Jaws. But I picked these 2 up anyway. I said, do 10, he's like, yeah, sound. This one has got a power release, but again, I'm retro freak, I'm not too fussed. Stanix, which is an arcade conversion. So for them that don't know, the way, if you're not sure about the labels, the way to tell an American car is it's always English on the back, the label. So it doesn't have any, it's literally just in English, it's not multilingual. So we had a tenner on that Stanix, which is like, fucking hell, Kadash-ish. Side-scrolling, platformer RPG-esque type of a bit like Zelda 2, I suppose. And one that is only a US release. God, I played this. I mean, this is probably the best Spectrum game, bar none. And I remember me and my mate John played this to death, and a lot of people played this to death on the Spectrum. Target Renegade. What a fantastic sort of semi-unofficial release, because I know that although Taito and God, what the one I can't think now. They didn't write this software. Obviously, they just owned the name to it. But yeah, he had 12 quid on that. So 10 of each. Again, it is a US copy. They're not bargains. You know, if you went on eBay now, excuse me, for these two games, a tenner, it's probably a little bit less the postage. And obviously with Target Renegade, you'd have to get it in the UK or you have to come from the States, and you might get a little bit of import. I don't know. But I thought, you know, for a couple of quid, nice to have them in there. The last one from Leeds. This couple have been spoke about before, especially by me in the past. Craig's here again, you know, spoke about them, he knows about them. Quite a lot of people do. Again, the only store out of Leeds. Sean, if you go over and watch Sean's channel, I'll link all the guys I mentioned down below anyway. Sean Retro Games Revive, he bought his core graphics to, for the longest amount of years. I mean, me and Craig's here again spoke about this. The first time that they were there, you know, they had some really nice stuff. Yeah, I think Craig hoovered up a load of Neo Geo CD stuff, this, that and the other. And their thing was, oh, we're saving up because we're going to America. Well, that makes sense, you know, selling some of this stuff off. But every year, they turn up with more decent quality stuff. So I don't know if this poor guy's either buying stuff again in that gap, and then she's making him sell it again, or he's just got, a bit like Craig's here again, he's got shitloads of stuff, and he's just slowly siphoning it off. I don't know. I saw this, and to be honest, I did get confused. And Eddie, you know, he corrected me with the use of Google. But the price I paid for it, again, was a fucking bargain. Got this £5 less, so 35 quid. I thought it was a US only one. It's not. It has got a power release, but it is Demon's Crest on the Super Nintendo. So you see 40 there, so would you do 35? And he said, yeah, fine. So I was like, you know what, I'll have that. And that's probably £55-ish, give or take. I don't know, something like that on eBay. Maybe more on a given day. Needs a bit of clean. I haven't cleaned any of these yet. But yeah, quite happy with that. It never get fucking played. Yeah. Just sit on the fucking shelf, gathering dust. Accumulation is king. Fucking playing games. Is that what they're designed for? Bloody weather. Right. So that was Leeds on the 1st. Great day out. You know, the sort of good thing about Leeds, in terms of because it's in the centre, and if you're not, you know, you're not fucking stalling out, you're going to go to that. There's plenty to do out, you know, in and around it. There's like, you know, there's bars, you can get a drink, this, that, and the other. And some of the events sometimes do lack that, but I say it depends what you're going for. So yesterday, Saturday, the first instance of the Milton Keynes retro games market. So this is not the Andy Brown, the sort of Doncaster people. So Revival, not Revival, the Super Retro Games Fair. The Retro Games Fair is done by Steve Smith. Retro Events, I think it's called, and these ones are by Replay Events, which do the Play Expos and stuff. So it's the first one at Milton Keynes. My mate Rob was stalling out, Dana was stalling out. I did nearly stall out, but they didn't have any tables, any spare tables. I did leave it too long. Again, like I mentioned before, last video this year, and you've seen on some of the video, the garage was just fucking rampacked. Like I say, the tail end of last week, I did manage to sort it out, and I thought at a push I could probably sort enough stuff out to justify a table, but it turned out they didn't have any, so it probably worked out for the best. My mate Rob let me stick a few bits on his stall anyway, so I earned a couple of quid, some spending money, which subsequently got spent. Well, sort of got spent before I even earned any of it. But yeah, it was all right. It was in a hall, like a sports hall, but a fairly decent sized one, not huge. In terms of the layout, it's probably a lot more spacious. Let's say, for example, Leeds. The gaps in the aisles were a lot bigger. You didn't feel like you're getting crushed. But the venue was, I found, was a little bit left wanting. The facilities weren't that great. But the loading and unloading weren't too bad. Distance-wise, for Rob and me, ain't that, about an hour-ish, just over an hour. So not too bad. I think if they do another one again within Milton Keynes, we'll probably go to it. But what it does do, because it's down in Milton Keynes, it's kind of on the sort of commute about into London. So a few of the people I've never seen before, different sellers obviously come up from London, maybe some more affluent buyers, we thought. My mate Rob did really well. Shouldn't call him my mate Rob. Rob did really well in terms of sales. And I think a lot of people did okay. Sometimes you've got to remember, sort of a first event, it hasn't got any sort of word of mouth per se. Birmingham was slightly different because that was in the centre, and it was in the sort of student area, so I think that sort of catchment area really helped. But it was busy enough. It did the usual Doncaster thing, like the last hour just went pretty much dead, which is just a staple, to be honest. But I had a nose around. Let's say only 2 purchases, well, 2 lots of purchases. Saw for the first time, or met for the first time, I didn't even know who he was, right? Very professional setup. And a lot of import stuff, so I was having a flick through, just having the banter, having the laugh, as I do, chit-chatting away. And he had some nice shooters on the Saturn stuff, which I can appreciate, but they're not really. I don't. Fucking Dodon Patry, this, that, and the other, or anything. Hyperjewel. Doesn't really. And we were talking about spine cards and stuff like that. I was like, doesn't do anything for me. I wouldn't pay a premium for them. Blah blah blah. Anyway, he had In the Hunt on the Japanese Saturn, and then we was talking about the English version. And I said, yeah, I've got that. I said, actually, I've got all the PAL Saturn games. He goes, yeah, I know you have. And obviously that always freaks me out a little bit. Not like freaks me out world, but it's like, oh, really? And yeah. He goes, yeah, I used to watch you. So his name's Paul Villa, and he used to be on the groups. Obviously, there's a little bit of controversy in this, that, and that went on in terms of Retro Realm and Galaxy Sega and stuff. And it's not for this video. But I didn't recognise his name, and then when I looked at his banner, it was like, I think it's called Villa Retro Games or something like that. And obviously 2 and 2 together, and I went, are you Paul Villa? And he was like, yeah. So obviously I recognised the guy's name, never met him before, never seen a picture of him. Had a chat with him, nice enough, really nice enough guy. Had a flick through, like I say, he had some PC Engine games. One definitely stood out to me. And one Saturn game, and I thought, you know what, I've always wanted just to try the Saturn version of this game out. I'll show you that one first. And it's a tenner, right? I think that's a pretty good price actually, because I did check when I come back on eBay. Unless your postage and stuff like that, it's probably £6 cheaper, so I'm not going to argue. It is the first, I'm pretty sure it's the first known sighting of Sonic, so them that know will know. I quite like this in the arcades. I remember playing it in Copperama in Skegness, and it was one of those ones, a bit like Hard Driving, that when you crashed, your screen, as in the view, cracked and stuff like that. It's Gale Racer. Shane. I don't know what the Saturn version plays like. I'm sure people tell me, Craig's here again, will be like, it's shit stew. But yeah, like, he's got 10 quid on that. So I'd seen it and I put it back in. Excuse me. and I put it back in with the fucking Japanese text up, didn't I? So I said I was looking at his stall, got to the other end of it, and some Japanese, some PC Engine stuff. And obviously as I was moving down, that's when we started talking, and that's when I realised what it was. I thought, oh, okay. And I'd seen this game there, and it got 22 quid on it, so I thought, I'll go back and get Gale Racer, so we could do 30 quid. So 2 quid off, you know, help him out, he's helped me out, everyone's happy, winner, chicken dinner. And I saw this, someone was selling this on Japanese games for sale on Facebook, and I can't remember what price they had on it. But he had 22 on it, basically I got it for 20 quid if you like. And it's Final Zone 2. So on the PC Engine Bible, pcengine.co.uk, they say on this one, try it. It's kind of like a Commando clone, or Ikari Warriors type affair. It is on the CD-ROM. I was looking through these. No, I don't think Rob was. Not my mate Rob. Was Rob there? I don't think he was. Was that Alan's stall? Scottish Japanese Alan. Because he hasn't got a duo or CD for his PC. So you can't have CD games, Rob. Because I know Stu keep telling me the amount of money that guy's got, he can fucking buy one. Anyway, so there we go. Final Zone 1 and 2 from Paul up the villa, or not Paul shit on the villa. Hopefully he'll get that reference because I am from the Midlands. 30 quid. I didn't fucking sold it. I did take a little bit of money. I shit myself. Hopefully I'll sell a few bits to offset it. I did. But yeah, someone on, I can't remember how much they were asking for that, but I did check again. If it's, you know, say if I paid 20 quid for it, that's still a good price for that. So quite happy for that. Paul, I don't know if you, to be honest, I don't blame you for not watching YouTube. It's shit now. But if you are watching, mate, appreciate the deal, honestly. And I know you did okay. Coming up from London, coming up north. I think he sort of said, this is the furthest north I'll come. In like a sort of, I think it's from Essex actually. But anyway. And last but not least, I mentioned him a minute ago, Scottish Japanese Alan. Broke my heart. He broke my heart, he did. I don't think Alan watched. I think he's far too busy to watch shit like this. But I popped over, you know, when it's sort of near enough set up. I think it's probably about, because Milton Keynes didn't open till 11. It's 11 till 4. So I think I popped over about 10:30 or so. Because the Allen stall's massive. It takes him, you know, I didn't want to go over there and start badgering him because he's fucking mad boxes and stuff. He had his mate helping him out. His mate, not my mate now. And Rob was there with me, so we'll go looking through a few bits. I think Rob had seen some on his Facebook page. And I had a look through the PC Engine stuff. There was nothing jumping. I mean, he had some nice games like Super Darius and stuff like that, but I don't like Darius anyway. I'm not a massive shooter fan. I can appreciate them. I like some of them, but I'm shit at them anyway. Though the very few games I've ever played in my whole life, of any game, because clearly I don't play any games ever. Darius is just too fucking hard. I don't know what it is about it. It literally is so unforgiving. So he doesn't really like, oh, there's Darius there. I'm like, kind of like, have we got anything easier, like Space Invaders? But anyway, by the by. So I looked through some of went through all of his PC Engine titles. Rob was sort of saying, again, it's where the joke coming. Like I said, look, you can't have any CD games, Rob, because he was saying to me, oh, you create me a little pass to what you think is a good game. So you can't have that one CD, you can't have that one because you ain't got CD. But I did see this one that Alan had, and I played this in the arcades, but not as a youngster. I played it on like MAME, and I tell you, it was really addictive. And I know it's on the Mega Drive, and I can't remember what it's called on the Mega Drive. It's called something else. Is it called something else, or it's referred to something else? I think it's called Box Boy or something like that on the Mega Drive. This one's called Sobakan World, I think it is. And all it is, it's a puzzle game. It's top down. Literally, you're this little guy here, and you have to move these blocks, these boxes, to cover the dots. And obviously, being a puzzle game, some of them have to be moved in a certain order for them to lock in, and you complete the level and you move on. I'm pretty sure in the arcade you can, because it's made to put more credits in, but you can just like retry the level and stuff like that. Keep going back and back until you can get it right. It's just like, it is quite, yeah, you can pass a couple of hours playing. I'm sure I did. So I saw that, I thought, you know what, I'll have that. There was another game. Rob didn't have any PC Engine games actually. He ended up with a Saturn game. So I gave Alan these 3 games. Said, look, keep hold of them. We'll be back for them at the end of the day, because we will have them. So I didn't want to give him all my change or anything like that as well. You know, there's million. I mean, it's got fucking thousands of games there anyway. So I go over at the end, and he went. I can't do a Scottish accent, but he went, Stuart, I'm really sorry. This game's sold. And I thought he was taking a piss. And I looked on the shelf where he put these, and he weren't there. And I was like, because my mate sold it. I was like, okay, he can't be out. He didn't know. He's just trying to help him out. But he did promise me that it'd get me another copy. So it is what it is, you know. It's probably for the best, because it wasn't a cheap game. But I'm sure one will turn up again, and all things will be good, and I'll be happy. But I was really looking forward to getting it. It wasn't I thought there was only one version of it. There's not. There is 2 versions, and Alan had the other version. The version he didn't have is more expensive and probably like more, you know, more coveted maybe, I suppose. It doesn't really make much difference. The game's exactly the same. It's just the packaging it comes in. But maybe that's a video for another day. But yeah, Summer Cam World, last one for today, guys. But yeah, great couple of weekends, to be honest. Next up is Donny on the 1st of March. So if you are in and around and you've got naff all to do and you've got some money burning on in your pocket, come along. It's on a Sunday, so it's Sunday the 1st of March. Then after that weekend, after that, on the Saturday, is Revival. So I'll be at Doncaster and then Revival. Oh God, I won't be at this Leeds arcade meetup. I'm not doing that. I've got other stuff planned for that one. And then after that, I'm not sure, because what does that drop us into? March, April. I'm not sure when Birmingham is. I can't think that far ahead. But that's the next month or so. Looking forward. Doncaster and then Revival. Okay, take it easy, YouTube. Sorry for the fucking storm. That cannot be helped. That is an act of God. But yeah, take it easy, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.